With justice theory, a decision or action that is fair or that results in equality would be considered ethically correct. Before we look at justice theory in more detail, let's consider the entire map of all normative theories so we know exactly where justice theory fits in. There are two broad categories of normative theories, namely teleological and deontological theories. Justice theory is a subset of deontological theory. So we know that justice theory is a normative theory, which means that it is a theory that focuses on how people should or ought to behave. We also know that it is a branch of deontological theory. This means that it focuses on the intention behind an act or decision, rather than on the final outcome or resulting consequences. There are two elements that make up justice theory, that is, fairness and equality. So under the justice theory, an ethically correct decision or action is one that is fair or that results in equality. The element of fairness refers to the same treatment of all people. This is linked to procedural justice, since it results in the same treatment of all people in a given situation. For example, Entity A has a set of procedures for investigating unprofessional behavior at the workplace. This involves obtaining a statement from the complainant, as well as from the employee in question. An independent disciplinary committee would then investigate the matter, and if required, further evidence would be sought, and then a decision is made. This procedure is fair, as it gives the accused person the same treatment as the complainant, in that they both get to make a statement regarding the matter. Further, this procedural justice would be fair, since the same procedure would be applied to lower-level employees as well as to managers and executives. Therefore, irrespective of the job title, the treatment would be the same. The element of equality refers to equal distribution of benefits or equal distribution of disadvantages to all people within a particular group or community. Accordingly, equality is linked with distributive justice. Consider an area designated for parking. There's a high demand for parking and only limited space. In terms of distributive justice, the area should be divided into equal parking spaces. So, equal-sized parking spaces for everyone would be fair if all people had the same needs. However, a fair distribution does not always have to be an exact or equal distribution for everyone. Assume that there are a few disabled people who also require parking spaces. Due to their special needs, they require larger parking spaces. To allocate the same size parking spaces for a disabled person and a fully abled person would be unfair. This demonstrates that in reality, distributive justice is a more complex concept than always trying to give each person an identical or equal share. To recap, justice theory is a deontological theory. Justice theory comprises fairness and equality.